So this is our first race 3 of the day. It is the juniors. They're looking at the lights, waiting for the green flag, and there it is. The green flag flies, and it's Julius Stankowiak who gets off the line first and leads the race ahead of Sam Makinson and Blake Hutton. Remember, they were the story of that previous race, as it's very, very messy into the second corner. A few drivers just getting knocked off a little bit. No one quite off the racetrack, though, as Julius Stankowiak loses out on the lead of the race to Sam Makinson. By the looks of things, excuse me, that's Blake Hutton that's gone to the lead of the race. Now down the inside line goes Dylan Fitzhenry, who's been there and thereabouts. He gains himself into second position. 11.5 minutes on the clock then as we go into the final junior race of the day. 3 races to go after this one, of course. As Dylan Fitzhenry in second position, it's Sam Makinson who's actually gone down into 5th because he's just been overtaken by Aston Lupton. As now there's a bit of a mess into the final corner as everyone just lunges everyone on this first lap. But your top 3, Blake Hutton, Dylan Fitzhenry and Julius Stankowiak. Aston Lupton and Lewis Brooks are your top 5, with Sam Makinson, Archie Bullard, Jack Redfern, Freddie Burden and Alfie Shrub the top 10. So as the field make their way through, it's got a pretty comfortable gap at the top for Blake Hutton, who's doing really, really well ahead of Dylan Fitzhenry and Julius Stankowiak, who is now defending very, very hard. You've got Lewis Brooks, Sam Makinson involved there. Sam looks to go to the outside line as piling in goes Aston Lupton, I think. It's very difficult to see. Archie Bullard's gained a position. Lewis Brooks now looking for 3rd spot. He goes to the inside line of Julius Stankowiak and is able to find a way through as well, as the 2 leaders very, very close together once again. That is Blake Hutton and Dylan Fitzhenry. Lewis Brooks in 3rd spot, Julius Stankowiak in 4th. But it's Archie Bullard, Sam Makinson, Freddie Burden, then Aston Lupton, your top 8. So all of our top 8 very, very close together, that's for sure, as the kart tester is going to test a kart that has been noted for pace. That's the man in a high vis that you can see every time he goes out. That's because he's testing one of the karts for their pace. The guys in race control have the lap times up for that, and they'll be able to see if it's good to use or not. As Blake Hutton in the lead of the race ahead of Dylan Fitzhenry, but they're working together to build this gap. Archie Bullard's just got past Julius Stankowiak and now looks to build a gap forward with those guys. Just pointed to the back of his helmet, trying to chase after the leaders. Alfie Shrub has now got past Julio as well. There's 3 wide. Sam Makinson loses out to Jack Redfern. So it's difficult stuff for Jack Redfern as well. 9 minutes to go in the race. It's Blake Hutton in the lead. Dylan Fitzhenry in 2nd. Lewis Brooks in 3rd. Archie Bullard and Freddie Burden, the rest of the top 5. Those 2 leaders still battling along. Battling along very, very hard as well. Into the final corner they go. 8 minutes 43 left to run in the race. And Lewis Brooks is doing very well in 3rd position, but he's slowly being caught by the train of Archie Bullard, Freddie Burden and Alfie Shrub into the first corner. Julius Stankowiak is in that train as well. She's actually just made a move on Alfie Shrub and looks like she's going to get her way through into Luna Benz on the outside line, but not quite able to find her way through. So turn 5 isn't so successful for Julius Stankowiak. Dylan Fitzhenry then is working with a little bit Blake Hutton here. Again, you just wait for his attack to happen. Something that I'm sure will happen before the end of this race. So into the final corner they go. Dylan Fitzhenry is on the outside of Blake Hutton, but isn't able to find a way through. Freddie Burden's just made a move into the final corner on Archie Bullard as they now go 3 wide with Alfie Shrub as well. Alfie having got back past Julius Stankowiak on this lap. Freddie Burden on the outside line of Archie Bullard tries to squeeze his way through, and on the inside line is able to find a way through. So Archie Bullard concedes the position for now. It's really, really messy behind, as well as Sam Makinson involved. Jack Redfern all battling for pretty high, lofty position in this race. Fastest lap of the race goes to Blake Hutton, by the way, 50.694. Dylan Fitzhenry is the second fastest driver, 50.707. So both of them pretty on pace with each other. There's not much separating them. Maybe 100th of a second as Archie Bullard is alongside and through on Freddie Bird. And Alfie Shrub goes to the outside line and is able to capitalise and get past as well. Judah Stankowiak makes it 3-on-3 on Freddie Bird. As the kart tester goes out to test another kart, just to make sure it's all okay to use. 6 minutes 40 to go in the race, so we've approached half distance. As I said, 6 minutes 30 to go. You see the field through Luna Bend. It's still Blake Hutton and Dylan Fitzhenry battling, but not really battling as hard as you would have expected at this point in the race, given the fact that there's only 2 attempts between the two of them, and they seem pretty content to run together. Of course, for my liking, Dylan Fitzhenry here needs to get past in order to have a chance at that overall victory. I haven't got the points in front of me, and speaking of that chance, he goes down the inside line into the final corner, so Dylan Fitzhenry finds his way through and is able to make his way past as well. So Dylan Fitzhenry into the lead of the race ahead of Blake Hutton. He's probably been the biggest surprise package of the day is Dylan Fitzhenry. It's been a really, really good drive for him. There's Lewis Brooks and Archie Bullard, the rest of your top 4. Archie Bullard defending from Alfie Shrub and Freddie Bird, and looks like Lewis has just about got the pace on the battling pack. Well, I dare even say that the less wet it's been, the more important being in clean air has been. Obviously earlier on in the day it seemed that you wanted to be in the pack, but now those in clean air are actually the ones that are going fastest. Blake Hutton still the fastest man on the racetrack. 50.527 was his best lap time, set a couple of laps ago. Dylan Fitzhenry is not too far behind that pace, and obviously more importantly is in the lead of the race. So down the inside line now, Alfie Shrub goes on Archie Bullard, hits the curb at the final corner, then puts his hand up. He's going to let Archie Bullard back through. That gives Freddie Burden a chance to go down the inside line with 3 wide here, and Freddie Burden gets the move on both of them. We're too busy looking at each other that Archie Bullard and Alfie Shrub didn't realise that they had that driver on the inside line, able to get through on them. So this junior race 3 of the day, listening to EKS on Mixler and around the circuit. Got 4 minutes 40 to go in this race, and there's 8 laps completed in this one, so not long at all for Blake Hutton to find a way back through. He almost thought about trying it into the final corner. The battle for 4th just as good, by the way, as Freddie Burden still defends from Archie Bullard. Jack Redfern under pressure as well. That's from Zach Hassan. Zach Hassan now side by side with Jack Redfern, might be able to find a way through. He makes a bit of contact, realised that Jack was there, but Jack lets him through relatively easily. I say lets him through, just didn't defend so much. He is now counter-attacking though, that has to be said. They've got Kean Lewis behind them. 4 minutes to go in at the race, so just a few laps left in this one. And this, I think, is actually the fastest race of the day, with 50.5 being the fastest lap time set by Blake Hutton. Staying, well, actually, lap time is increasing a little bit. 50.933 for Dylan Fitzhenry, 51.003 for Blake Hutton. As they go into the first corner, Dylan Fitzhenry has now lost the lead to Blake Hutton. So Blake Hutton on this lap has managed to find his way through. We missed that reading their lap times, but Blake Hutton through. Archie Bullard now defending from Alfie Shrub as Freddie Burden looks to be relatively comfortable. 3 minutes still to go, 10 laps completed. So not long left in this race at all. They're 12-minute races, of course. And we've got 3 to go after this. The lightweights next up, that's split 2. Then split 1 will have their final race, followed by the heavyweights having their final race of the day. So watching the 2 race leaders into the final corner once again. Dylan Fitzhenry needs to get creative now if he's going to find a way back through. Same thing goes for Archie Bullard and Alfie Shrub, who are stuck behind Freddie Burden at the moment. Lewis Brooks, by the way, what a fantastic drive for him. He's just put his head down, got a little bit fortunate to get the clean air when he got it. But Lewis Brooks, who hasn't necessarily been the fastest driver of the day so far, is up in 3rd position, and a well-deserved 3rd as well. Remember, the lightweight results locked in after this race has been completed. And that means that we'll know the podium, at least provisionally, once this race is over. But still, Dylan Fitzhenry and Blake Hutton scrap it out between the two of them. Down into the final corner they go. There'll be 2 laps left after this, I believe. But they won't receive last lap next time they cross, but the time after that, Archie Bullard goes down the inside line of Freddie Burden into the final corner as well, looking for 4th position. And I think he's able to find his way through as Alfie Shrub tries to help him out. Burden's on the outside line. Bullard is still trying to muscle his way through and does muscle his way through. Sam Makinson's fighting in the background as well. I believe that's Louis Canlett he just got himself ahead of. Minute 23 to go in the race then, so I don't think last lap will be shown this time by. That'll be very, very tight. It might be next time that they end up showing last lap. They're doing 50-second lap times. They're about 15 seconds away from crossing the line, so I think we'll squeeze one more in after this. Let's wait and see if the marshal shows it. 58 seconds to go in the race. It stays by his side, so 2 more tours of the circuit for Blake Hutton. He's got 7 tenths of a second to Dylan Fitzhenry, who maybe has just made a mistake at some point in this one, as Freddie Burden goes back to the inside of Archie Bullard and gets through as well. Finn Irons manages to get to the inside of Alfie Shrub out of absolutely nowhere. Finn Irons has made his way into 6th position, so in what has been a remarkably clean race, Finn Irons has also just kept his head down and got himself into 6th position. So really, really good racing from Finn Irons as we go into what will be the final lap of the race. The drivers make their way into the final corner now. Archie and Freddie still battling along, so is Finn and Alfie into the final corner. Last lap board will be shown, and this time by to Blake Hutton. He crossed the line with 7 seconds to go in the race, so this race also extended beyond 14 laps. Seems to be these really, really quick races have been going to about 15. It's been that close with the 12-minute format, around a 50-second lap or so. Rear leaders, by the way, still pretty line of stern because it's 7 tenths of a second. Looks like Blake Hutton is going to take victory here relatively easily. 50.527, the fastest lap of the race, the 10th faster than Dylan Fitzhenry, and makes his way into the final corner now. Finn Irons has got himself ahead of Archie Bullard. Freddie Burden stays in 4th for the time being, but it's Blake Hutton who comes across the line to win the final junior race of the day. Dylan Fitzhenry threw everything at him but didn't quite have enough. Lewis Brooks with a fine drive into 3rd, and they'll be battling for that spot as well as Freddie Burden crosses the line just ahead of Finn Irons, who finishes in 5th, getting Archie Bullard on the final lap. Alfie Shrub in 7th, Julius Stankowiak in 8th. Then it's Zach Hassan, Jack Radfern, your top 10.
I'm here with our race 3 winner, Blake Hutton, and about to be Dylan Fitzhenry. You two were in a brilliant battle in that race. Blake, first of all, how was it for you?
Really good, pace was strong. He was on my tail though, like halfway through, but then I managed to start to pull. Yeah, really good, strong race.
And this is your first time here, isn't it?
No.
You've been here before?
I've been here before, like 3 or 4 times. So, yeah, very solid result.
How are you finding the track?
Great, it's very fast, flowy, loving it.
Brilliant. And Dylan, you did very well here last year in our event, and you've just got another P2. That was absolutely brilliant. How was it for you?
It was good, yeah. Yeah, fun.
Yeah.
Enjoyed it. Good slipstream. Just worked together, get away from the park.
Were you a bit annoyed you didn't get past at the end?
Yeah, I got cramp in my foot. I was down the straight, killing. So yeah.
Well, you did very well. So well done. Great result.
Thank you.